Hi, I'm Bonnie Carroll, and you've got Inspired by a True Story. Well, in 1988, 3 gray whales became trapped in the ice up in the Arctic, north of Alaska. This one incident, these 3 whales struggling in one air hole, brought together the National Guard, the Alaska Natives, Greenpeace, the oil field workers, and ultimately the Soviets to provide a way to freedom for these whales. And now this amazing story has been adapted for the big screen as Big Miracle. I was working in the West Wing of the White House for President Reagan, and we became involved in the whale rescue by connecting with the National Guard up in Barrow. That's how I met Colonel Tom Carroll, who was heading the operation. Tom and I were together from that first phone call and really stayed connected and agreed to marry before we ever met in person, which is kind of extraordinary. For decades, the United States and the Soviet Union had an incredibly tense relationship. For Tom Carroll to request the assistance of Soviet icebreakers in freeing these gray whales trapped in U.S. waters was extraordinary. It really did lead to the end of the Cold War. Tragically, in 1992, our life came to an end when Tom was killed in an Army plane crash with 8 soldiers on board. In the aftermath of just trying to cope, and as the whales did, just trying to find that next breathing hole and move forward a little bit, I was surrounded by wonderful support. And out of that support created the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors. TAPS is the national program for all those grieving a death of a loved one serving in the armed forces. To learn more about TAPS, visit our website at taps.org. We'd love to have you volunteer, get involved in your community, reach out and support surviving families, participate in so many ways.